I heard Michael Cole today. This nigga was like, "Man, I've been eating all week." I was like, "Cool, chill, bro."
Bro, Cole out of pocket.
Cole said, "I've
That
been
was
eating all
hilarious.
week."
All right, y'all, we back with another episode of NLO3 Count. It's me, G. at GL Spectre. We got JTJ Mo Stacks. And for the first time ever, we got one of our homeboys, Kevin, aka Bam Bam, at 504 Bam Bam. How y'all feeling tonight?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, man, feeling good.
Glad to have you here, brother. Let's get right into it, man. We had an early episode of Raw. It was at 12:30 our time here in Cali. What it was, 2 o'clock for you, James?
Yeah, it was 2 out here Central Time.
It started off with a banger with heel. Well, he say he not a heel, he not a baby face, he a human. The human John Cena. He said when someone is properly grounded in life, they shouldn't have to look outside themselves for approval. What y'all
I
think
mean,
about
but
John
then
Cena?
you said it started off with a good promo. Did you say good promo?
I actually
Did you say
enjoyed
that?
it. Yeah.
You enjoy it? What did you enjoy about that promo?
If you strip it, good question. If you strip back what a promo is supposed to be, the
Uh
why,
huh.
his objective, and what is he looking to do.
I ain't worried about that objective. What it's the when we say promo, we talking about everything, right?
I'm talking about
The
just from him.
appearance.
So I know
Okay.
you about to mention Cody part because I know we talked
Now
offline about how
I'm
you
not.
feel.
I'm not going to speak about the Cody yet. I'm
Okay.
still speaking about this Cena. Is he going to be a heel? I don't need you wearing your jeans still and your shirt with that. I mean, I understand we not bright Romo. We wearing red. I get you. But if you're gonna be a heel Cena, come out like a thugonomic Cena back in the day in heel Cena.
Did
That's what
you
I rather.
did
But
you
I get you.
hear
Go ahead.
did you hear what he said though? And I
Yeah,
made
he
notes just to
pretty
make
much
sure.
in terms he said F everybody. He's not with nobody no more. I heard him.
He
Go
said,
ahead.
and I quote, "You it's never enough. Y'all always want something, but what y'all gonna get this time? Nothing." He said, "You're not getting no new gear." He said, "You not."
Mm,
He said, "You're not getting no new music." He said, "That's my voice on that song.
That's me.
Y'all time is up. My time is now. Y'all not getting that
I
new."
give him that. Okay?
So
Yeah.
Cena spoke
See,
some
I'll be
truth.
honest. I ain't hear that part. You
Yeah, I
got me
went. I
on
went
that.
back and listened to it twice just to make sure I was soaking in. Cena said some real stuff. But
Yeah, bro.
Kevin,
Listen.
go what you got.
Yeah, I'm about to jump in real quick. Listen, I might be the biggest Cena fan y'all run across. Real talk, like no
Yeah,
playing. I love Cena. Cena's my guy. That promo this morning at noon out here, that took 26 minutes. Say, bro, listen, nah, man, I'm not a fan of that one at all, bro. Like
come on.
Cena didn't deliver the punch that I wanted. I was
I'm
upset.
surprised. I'm disappointed in you.
I'm not gonna lie, like the delivery was there,
Uh-huh.
the meaning of the promo,
It was there.
cool. I won't argue, right? Being a fan of Cena and not being, oh, I want the Jolly Cena, or I don't care about none of that. That wasn't some of his best work at all.
Okay.
I was upset. It wasn't a Cena sell. He didn't sell me
It
on it
wasn't.
at all.
So so
And
you
even
so you were
side
the
note on
person
that,
you
Cody
were the
could tell. That's why Cody was like,
who are you?
I don't want that Cena. I don't want that Cena.
I
And he
want
would
Cena.
he want the one that can talk. This Cena came out that he explained and he wasn't talking much. Like even if you're gonna be a heel, talk.
Oh, come
Right.
on,
He
y'all.
stumbled and backtracked
He
three
did
times in
he
that
did
promo.
stumble. You're right. But he got his point
That's
across.
not Cena.
And but here's the thing though. You're falling for exactly what he said. It's never
No,
enough. You're
no, I'm
never
not falling for it.
satisfied.
Listen, when Cena get on the mic, I want Cena at 100%. I want Cena talking to Roman Reigns. This is why I'm still here, and you're not the man because you can't cut a promo. I want that Cena on the mic. I
You
don't
want
care about.
punchlines.
It's not even punchlines. I want him. That's
Okay.
all. That's all, bro. Anybody he stepped in the ring with
Uh-huh.
to do promos, he talked about anybody, anything that was bothering him, he delivered promos.
Yes.
Today, I was not engaged at
Interesting.
all.
Just
Okay.
imagine this. We seen The Rock go from face to heel. His promos are always Always nothing changed. He's still hitting promos.
Right.
What we saying with Cena, he ain't changed nothing. His music ain't changed. His gear ain't changed. Just the colors. But that promo,
Yeah.
it seemed like he was trying. Like you can see that's. And I would say this. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. You haven't been a heel for over 20 some years, so
Yep.
I give you the benefit of the doubt that this is new to you. But again, this is still Cena. I don't. He say he ain't new Cena. So if you ain't the new Cena, the promo game ain't should have gone nowhere. We ain't asking you to be Cena coming in there, talking hard and all of that. But you came in there talking soft, talking to the fans. Don't even talk to the fans. Just throw punchlines to Cody. To tell us the reason why you did this. Why you aligned with The Rock and gave up your soul. Tell us that. I don't care. It's like that promo is a promo everybody always say. We blame it on the fans. They always blame it. I don't care you turn heel because of me.
But you know what though? Out of all the people who could say they blame it on the fans, he's the one that actually makes sense. Because some of the things Cena said, for the first couple of years of my life, I changed all the time for y'all. I was ruthless aggression. I came out there and then I did Doctor Thugonomics. Then I went to this Never Give Up Cena. So I kept changing.
So
I kept changing for y'all. And in the last 10 years, I tried to give back. I killed my Make a Wish. I'm the number one Make a Wish person in the world. Probably will never be touched again, and it's never enough. Y'all always want something different. You always want me to turn heel every time I come back. Now I come back this last time. Now it's my retirement, and now y'all happy. Now y'all wanted me to get to do all this stuff, and now when I turn heel, y'all even more happy. Like y'all never satisfied. So if anybody could to blame it on the fans, because I've seen people like Ziggler turn, and it's like that don't it was because of you. No, that don't hold weight. Cena had hold weight because Cena was that guy who had all the people from adults like you, Kev, like you said, to the kids to the day who are hit. But I get what y'all saying. I like the point he made though about saying he's in an abusive relationship. What did I think about that? Just that wording.
I mean, is that shot stone at Vince? I don't know.
I was about to say it's Netflix talking.
I
It's
mean,
Netflix
Everything
talking.
that's stated now, I just look at it as being we're not on Raw. I mean, we're not on
you
USA.
Right,
say.
right,
We
right,
can
right,
go
right.
for it.
I mean that was a. I give him that one. It could have been thrown back because I will say this. He actually always did want to go heel,
Yeah.
but Vince never let him. Vince was
So
like wanted to.
I want to backtrack really quick, and then we could go ever. Uh, him changing for the fans. I don't think he was changing for the fans because when he switched from ruthless aggression to thugonomics, it wasn't nothing that was asked for.
True, true.
He did it, and it was accepted. He
Yeah.
wasn't. He didn't lose fans. He wasn't falling off, and then he made a switch, and it was like, oh, now we're back here.
Well, actually, he was
He was
about to get
here.
fired. That's
Well,
the
but
that's the
that's in
only
the back
reason.
office.
Right, right,
That's in
right,
back
right,
of
right,
it. They ain't
right,
had nothing to do with us, the
Yeah, that,
fans.
that didn't have nothing to do with the fans.
right.
I get
So
what
it's
Kev
like
saying.
Well,
every move
actually,
he was
no. Think
making.
about that. It did have something to do with the fans because the reason he was about to get fired because he wasn't getting no traction because the fans didn't latch on to ruthless aggression. So Stephanie hears him rapping in the back of the bus, and he said, "Okay, well, maybe this can work." And then that picked up, and it worked for a couple of years. And then what
That's
happened
his
again?
fault.
It
He
fell
went with the
off.
rootless aggression, Cena.
I was about
True.
to say ruthless aggression. When you walked in the door, you grabbed attention because it put you instantly to mid card.
Yep. Right against Kurt Angle, slap the face. Undertaker shake his hand
Yeah,
in the back
you
after it's
got mid
over.
card.
You got the push.
So from mid card, you're not going to be well with ruthless aggression. He didn't take off, right? Cool, but you still had a fan base.
Mm-hmm.
There's mid cards now who've been mid cards for 10, 15 years.
Yep.
They got they pocket of fans and they good.
Yep.
Yep.
They were like, no, we want to really package you. So you went from ruthless to thugonomics. When you made that switch to thugonomics, oh, it caught because the time, music, rapping,
Mm-hmm.
everybody into that mode at that time. So it was
Yep.
like, all right, cool, let's do that. Rocket ship,
Yep.
right? Get hurt, come back, do something. What it was right after thugonomics.
I think it went right into Never Give
He went
Up. It
right
just
into the never give
The
up.
never give up because he got hurt. Then he
Yeah,
came back, never,
Madison Square Garden. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, the never give up thing. And he was,
he was.
you know what I'm saying, on the Rumble.
They
We
blew
love
up.
you.
He was like, he
Yeah,
was like,
so that's what I'm saying. Like the fans ain't forced you to go nowhere else. You went somewhere else, and they followed you. They put the battery in your back and pushed you. So that's the only thing I didn't like on that part. But
What do y'all think about him? Because I want to get into the Cody side of it also. What do you think about him not mentioning Rock at all? I personally thought it was a good idea to keep Rock out of it for a minute and just let me hear just from John. But he didn't even mention, like you said, I think it was Kevin. Why did you sell your soul? Like at least give me that part of it. So in that point, I would agree that he didn't sell me on that point. So I get why you turned heel or why you was upset at the fans. But why specifically did you do it? I did it for The Rock. Why did you do it for The Rock?
I say he, I say it's good that he didn't speak of the Rock yet, because that's gonna overshadow everything when you mention the Rock. It's
I,
gonna he had to speak about himself. Now maybe we need to see more of him. He can come out with some more promos, and then he can probably say why he sold his soul. But from what it seems like, he's basically not saying that he sold his soul. He's again blaming it on the fans. This is me now because of you all. So he may not mention that I sold my soul. He may not actually, mention anything about The Rock. But again, I say for tonight, or for today, him not saying nothing about The Rock was not a bad thing. I would definitely left The Rock out for the moment.
um, it didn't have no feeling, no effect either way. You point out the Rock. All that do is just make you want to see the Rock next week.
Exactly.
A
yeah.
Friday. Next time he makes his appearance, you're like, all right, now I want to see the Rock because now you have to explain. So I personally think this storyline with him and the Rock probably runs to SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
I think WrestleMania is going to be just a introduction aspect,
Yes,
and this runs to SummerSlam. I think he breaks the record.
I
At,
agree.
at
I
Mania?
think they're going back and forth right now with Mania, giving it to
Okay.
him at Mania.
Okay.
I
So
personally say, and I'm glad you said that, we're going into the Cody.
yeah,
We
Yeah, let's
gotta
let's
go
let's,
into
let's
the
add
Cody. I
Cody to
can't
this.
wait. I can't hold it. Cody can't hold this belt no more. I'm so sorry. I know they booked it. If I was Cody, ain't no way I'm coming out to Cena and cut another promo with you in my suit. I would have came in my gear. I'm coming out attacking you. You and Travis Scott gave me a black eye, busted
Busted eardrum.
eardrum. Ain't no talking right now. We can say the talking for later. I'm coming. So my thing is, Cody's losing WrestleMania. Like Kev said, this is going on. This is Cena building. He's losing WrestleMania. Your boy Randy Orton is gonna finally step in. Them two got great history. If it ain't SummerSlam, but it gotta be them two SummerSlam. If it's not Survivor Series, it has to be Cena and Orton, and I think Orton is gonna dethrone Cena and
I don't.
retiring.
I love. I
there's
love that.
no.
I think the last match for Cena will be Orton. I
It has to
wanted.
be
I
to me.
wanted it to be for 17 though. Before heel Cena or human Cena, whatever you want to call him. I wanted it to be for 17. I wanted Orton to turn on Cody, win a couple of times so he can get to 16. But that probably won't happen now. So that's over. So you think Orton beats Cena for on his last match for the title, or he just retires him?
He title. Cena's gonna hold. If it was me, I'll let Cena hold the title.
The
But I
entire
wouldn't let him
year.
hold the title until his last match because that's evident that he's gonna lose it. I say let him lose it before SummerSlam and have them fight again for the last match with him trying to win the title again to continue to because he was one way from breaking the record.
Yeah, he needs to win
And
a
then
Mania.
also, here's the thing. I know y'all saw her. Ric Flair claimed I come back and stop him from breaking that record. You
Keep
can
keep
add, you can
Flair
bring Ric
away.
Flair for a quick one with
Keep
Randy Orton
keep
at
Hogan away.
Evolution. So
Nah,
hey,
keep
that's
keep
just
Flair
Nah,
and
me.
Hogan
yeah.
away.
Yeah.
That
Triple H, Orton, Flair.
exact. 'Cause- exactly. 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 exactly.
But I see. I think You, I think Cena loses to Roman
Hmm.
Well, I don't mind. Again, Nas my tribal chief.
because that's the only. I think that'll be the smoothest segue to Roman getting the title back because he has to put the belt back on him one more time before he go. Before it's all
Roman?
said and done,
Roman
he got
not
to get the
going
belt on
nowhere
the
no
top.
time soon.
Well,
Why you
Listen,
trying to retire Roman that fast? God, dog.
his listen, his
Roman
part
said he
time
want to retire. Shoot.
Yeah,
Roman part time is, you know what I'm saying? He don't even have a lot. So the fact
yeah,
that the belt is on the show damn near every week with Cody, I love it, right?
yeah.
So you can't let Roman beat Cody because that story is just totally
True.
drawn out.
No, Cody
So
got some more championship runs in him. He gonna lose and win again.
yeah, he is. But
Man,
I'm
Cody
saying
need
you're
to
not
lose
gonna
the
lose it
title
to
now.
Roman. I
No.
don't see Roman taking it from him. Roman got to get it just one more time at least. I think it's better where if he took it off of Cena and then you can backtrack their old story and he's like, now I do cut promos right. Now I am the big dog. This is my
But they
yard.
did that 3 years ago when it was Roman
Boom.
versus Cena at SummerSlam.
That was the that was Cena's punch at him. He really never answered after he won.
Yeah, he didn't
He
say.
kicked
He
his
just
He just
ass.
rolled. Yeah, he just rolled and he steamrolled
at
forward.
that
He
time. At
never
that
addressed it.
time, that was when he started saying stack him and pin him or something, and
In
that
the
was.
repeat
God
and all, yeah.
mode. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he never addressed it in that manner to say like I am that
I
guy.
like.
So
I
I
like
think
that. So
that
you.
might be a spin that you
Mhm.
can go Roman to take Cena off, and then you do have the Cena Orton fight as
Mhm.
his last big fight
With no title.
with no title. You don't need a title for that.
True.
Like
Yeah.
the history
True.
speaks for itself.
That's true.
I
And they two
wouldn't.
old heads. Like I want to see Orton get another run, but him beating Cena is like that was what I like is
That's
when
Austin and that's like an Austin and Rock type of thing.
Completely.
yeah, like
Seeing.
if the
Yeah.
story is written and you just see it written already, it's like, man, it's not really that good. Like you know what's gonna come from it.
Mhm.
Orton going and catch Gunther with RKO out of nowhere and you pin him, it's like, oh I didn't see that one coming. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like that's what
So you
I
think
like it
you?
when it's that way.
So you think right now we're gonna have eventually we're gonna have Roman and Jay holding titles?
Ye
It'll make the bloodline
Us,
story pick back up
most
again.
like, but then that's gonna bring the blood. Then that'll give a chance for Roman to continue that story with Solo and Jacob.
Yep.
Because that means, but is it? The thing is though, what I do see here is if that happens, Jay going to SmackDown, Roman is gonna stay on Raw.
see
Yeah, I can see that. But Jay's gonna. Let me ask this
They
question:
the
Is
reason
there
I
any?
say
Is
that
there?
is
Go ahead.
because Gunther Friday was on SmackDown. I felt like they foreshadowing that title to be on SmackDown already. Although we understand why, because they was out, out the country
To have the
and
WWE
stuff.
title on Raw on
But
Netflix and have
we
the world
already
title on
know the
SmackDown.
draft is gonna be somewhat down the line after Mania,
Yeah.
and we all definitely for Jay to win that title. But the thing is, we don't want to see. They gotta split that. Now is the thing of who gonna have who. Jay right now, he got the fans. Like nigga, you got Cole eating all over. He eating every week. He said.
Yeeting all over the place.
Roman,
hey,
as we say, is part time. But when Roman show up, like last week when he showed up in Madison Square
like
Garden,
camera action.
no music. He just came running.
All
Fans
action.
went nuts. So we can't. And the thing is, do we want to even see Roman go at Jay for the title? I would hate for that. I don't want to see that. So
That ain't happening.
I feel like that's
Yeah.
Jay would be better off in SmackDown for star power, Roman and Raw. But shoot, Jay got that star power too. But the
Well,
thing is,
it
can
makes
he
sense
hold
though,
it with
because
the
back
title? Is my question.
yeah back in the
Jay
day
not gonna
though,
keep the title that long.
the world
I'm sorry,
heavyweight
G.
title was no, you got the world heavyweight title was always on SmackDown back in the day. So the point you're making makes sense
Hmm.
if they switch during the draft. You just said Jay not gonna keep the title that long. That's my fear. And the question I was about to ask a second ago is it realistic that Jay's winning at Mania?
Yeah,
Definitely, he has to. He's doubting himself, and
He
then Gunther coming out the choking him every night. Like
Yeah.
he's scared too, and then he going to Jimmy, Big Jim, talking about yeah, he has to. If he doesn't, we rioting. Like,
there's a legit
dude,
fear
Triple
I'm
H,
thinking
I'm
about
coming after
now.
you in your office. Like, dude, Jay
Hear me
gotta
out.
win.
Hear me out on this. There's a legit fear or kind of idea I think that's possibly brewing where Jay doesn't win at Mania and he wins the SmackDown after or the Raw after. They take the moment away, which I think is stupid booking. But I think they may be giving Gunther because think about Gunther lost the IC title last year. Like he's been having losing Mania matches. He won the year before.
No,
Nah,
I thought he
He beat
won
Sheamus
last
and
year.
Drew. He beat
That
Sheamus
was
and
last
Drew.
year.
That was 2
he
years ago in
won.
LA. We were there.
Yeah,
He
they
won.
went
He
with. We was
lose.
wanting Sheamus to win, and he beat Drew and
Yeah, he
Sheamus.
lost last
And
year
then
to
the year
Yeah,
Sammy.
after
he
that, he
won last year.
won. Who he fought last year in Mania?
No, he lost to Sammy last year. He lost his IC title.
Oh, okay. So you think he's winning
Win,
again?
lose, win. I think they flip.
Wait, time out.
Something in the
He
atmosphere
did. He
making me
did.
thinking
Last year Mania was where?
Philly.
Philly,
Philly. That's right. That's
and
right.
he
That's
Yeah,
right.
lost to Sammy. You right. He lost to
yeah.
Sammy.
So I'm kind of wondering like
Now
because Triple H loves Gunther.
I'm gonna throw a sidebar on there. Y'all remember was it Bad Blood? He went at Goldberg. Goldberg
Oh my
already
God!
said.
Please don't say
Goldberg,
that.
hey, listen, Goldberg already said is in the contract. He got another match left, and
Keep.
he's been training.
That's a
he
Saudi
had
show.
surgery.
That's a Saudi
He
show. No
ma-
title.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you don't think he can make his presence shown.
So, but
I
now you
hope
know
not.
what? I could see them letting Goldberg beat Jay.
Oh hell no, no!
Listen, bro, I
No, I'm about to kick you out of this
Don't do that to
podcast.
me. No.
I'm,
You're gonna have
I
to
would
leave.
listen.
If they do that,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
think
watch AEW strictly every
I,
week.
Nah,
think
wait a
you could
minute.
book
Don't say
Jay.
that. Don't say that.
No, no, no. I don't think you could book Jay the way you've been booking him to bring him to Mania, then he lose, right? So I
Right.
really think he walk away from Mania with the belt.
He
Getting it
has to.
off of him, I don't think he's gonna have a long run. I think he may do 2 or 3 pay-per-views, and then they have him possibly losing to Gunther or whoever else they just want to catapult. Could be Drew, giving him another shot. I don't know, right?
True.
But I see it coming off of him, and when he lose, I think that's how the storyline will be written full circle for Roman to win the other title from Cena. The bloodline makes a full circle because both of them can't have the title at the same time. I don't think they'll do that because of the split. But I think Roman gets it back. Jimmy and Jay one more time go and get gold. Jacob flips on Solo. He joins the bloodline. You know that part of the bloodline. The other,
Tamatonga and Tangaloa.
no, no,
Them.
no, no, not Tama.
Tala
Zilla,
Tongue Zilla come in.
Zilla, and
Hikaleo.
Lance. You got Lance.
Lance. Yeah, they come somewhere in the line. 5-on-5, brute force. We going at it. That's how I think. That's how I see that
So
full circle
when
bloodline next Mania. That's what we got.
I appreciate the
Bloodline.
projecting forward, but do you think just kind of going back to this year and how this going to plan out when, if and when, because I hope to, I want to eat all over the place when Jay wins. Do you think Roman acknowledges him because he now holds the gold and gives him the Ulafala?
Hell no. No.
They all. That's the story
No.
though.
That's gonna be a
Jay
good.
has
That's gonna be a
Jay has to
story.
beat Roman for that Ulafala.
Yeah, he has to.
Whoever holds the title earn the
Nah, it doesn't.
Ulafala.
It don't have to necessarily be that.
Mm-mm.
It's not
Re-
about the title. It's about that follow
It's
and
It's
about
being
about
carrying
king.
the
carrying
weight
the
of the
family.
family. Remember when
It's
the
about
Ulafala?
carrying.
Listen, remember when the Ulafala first debuted? Pandemic, Hell in a Cell, Roman versus Jay. The winner of that match is when Seek and Alpha came out and gave Roman the Ulafala. If Jay would have
I
won,
remember that.
that's what it would have been for him. So it was for the title, We didn't know at the time though what the Ulafala was. That's how they introduced it.
Bro,
So full circle
listen,
would be now Jay has the title. Roman
Jay don't want
acknowledges
that
him.
Ula follow. He already said that.
He can deny
He
it, but Roman can still give it to him and say, "No,
Nah, Roman is man. Roman did not go through all that to get that thing back. For that,
got
for
him."
him
Okay,
to give it to Jay because he got the title. If that's the case, to be honest with you, he gonna go after the title from Jay too.
no, Roman not gonna flip back that fast.
Who say he flipping? He right now he's still we thinking he a face.
Yeah,
His promos are still in betweeners. Literally, if you
yeah,
hear what he say and what he does, he's a. All right, for example, CM Punk is a face. He just attacked CM Punk. We understand why. But how often do you see a face attacking a face?
Well, CM Punk, Seth Rollins,
Answer the
and
question. I
Roman,
don't care
all of
about
them, all
how
of them are
often.
tweeners.
How often have you seen a face attack a face and stayed a
Oh,
face?
oh no, normally not often at all.
Exactly. So he's
Yeah.
an in betweener in my eyes. But we understand why he attacked because he saw Paul Heyman consoling CM Punk. He was like, hell no. But can
hey,
that
bro,
turn? Can that turn CM Punk heel now?
I don't see Roman being a in betweener.
Is he the face or heel?
He's a heel.
Thank you, Ed.
He's Randy Orton. Like
Actually,
when you put
that's
in
the
so
best
much work,
example.
yeah, I'm about to say when you just put in so much work, they just love you.
Yeah,
You can be the heel of heels.
yeah.
They just gonna love you, and they love
Okay.
him.
So can we be honest and say Solo is right? Roman never changed.
Oh no, we already know Solo was right. We just didn't care
Yeah,
because
we
he's our tribal
Solo just
chief.
ain't put enough in to be saying that.
Yeah, no,
That's
But
all.
but
he's
but
still our
Solo
tribal
now
chief.
he putting himself in the. I know y'all saw SmackDown last week, y'all, when Jacob cut that promo and when he said Fatu Solo in the back like a hype man, Fatu like Solo, bro. You supposed to be in the front,
Solo
not
said,
on the back as a hype man.
all gas, no brakes. Yada, I mean,
Yeah, that I mean,
bro.
say, bro, I want to see I want to see them as a whole faction again.
Yeah.
I want. This is so crazy to say what I'm about. I want to see like them do like an NWO run with the
They
Man,
bloodline.
no with
I'm
all
talking
ten
about
of
all
them,
like
right.
the bloodline
all
do
ten
it.
of them.
Bro, that'd be
I wanna
crazy.
well let's go let's instead of for those that may know NWO and don't, let's take it to TNA, the Aces and Eights as well.
Yeah, they had
They
about
came in
15.
wrecking havoc. They was wrecking havoc too. If we wanna continue the WWE, I hate to say the Nexus, but I'm gonna put out the Nexus too. They came
Nah,
in until Cena cut them short.
See,
Cena.
the Texas
The Nexus was supposed to be
was a
fire.
wild bunch when they came in. It was a
Wade
wild
Barrett
bunch.
got buried with at that
Wade
SummerSlam.
Barrett didn't get buried, actually, man. That
No,
actually propelled his
he came
career.
out of it,
Everybody
but
else got buried.
they were supposed to win because I went back and looked at all the videos. They were supposed to win that Survivor Series match against John Cena and his crew, and
Hmm.
then they flipped it at the last second, and then
Bro,
that
listen,
killed the rest of them guys off the Nexus.
if they would have won that, everybody on that team would have had a whole different trajectory.
Yep.
Because
Yes.
if you think about it, Ryback still had a good run.
Mm-hmm.
Wade Barrett had a good run.
Bray.
Darren Young had a solid career. He couldn't
Titus.
break the mid, but yeah, he had a good run.
Yeah, Heath
Um,
Slater.
Heath
He
Slater had a good run.
Bray
Like,
Wyatt.
yeah,
And
but like
if you
you
ask
have
me, Heath Slater was the Seth Rollins. I will say
he
that.
was supposed to be, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah.
He was
He,
supposed to be.
yes.
He
I
just didn't
really
have he didn't have the true charisma
correct.
to carry it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why it's Seth. I think Dolph opened the door and then Seth kicked it in with that piggybacking off of HBK type style
Exactly.
charisma.
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
give that to HBK.
Yeah,
Definitely
yeah, yeah.
was.
He was it.
But I would like to see that with all the bloodline just wreaking havoc on both shows, not just SmackDown, on both shows, just Raw and SmackDown.
So like
Just let them wreak
I'm
A
havoc.
doing.
Bullet Club
Just let
vibes.
That's
them
all
There's
I want.
all
Three
of them
months.
everywhere.
Just give me
just
3 months of
just let
them.
them wreak havoc. And then honestly though, but before they do that, we have to see Jacob versus Roman. We have to see a
Oh, that's
one-on-one,
happening.
a true match. And it's a
Well,
mania worthy. That's a
What?
mania
before
match.
Yeah,
before
yeah.
we get that, before we get that, because I'm a Roman guy.
Me too. One's up.
Um, we gotta go see the final boss, dog.
He doesn't need
Yeah.
to wrestle anymore, though.
The Rock does it?
No, the
What?
where? Listen.
Say no. Just say that again for me. I
He
want everybody in the back who
no,
missed what
that's
you said.
fine. That's perfectly
Who
fine.
who
He,
doesn't need to wrestle anymore?
The
Say it
Rock,
out loud.
does not
The
need
final
to
boss.
wrestle. The final boss does not
Hmm.
need to wrestle anymore with the story they have now. Because all of us last year were like, "Oh crap! They took Cody match. He won the Rumble, and now it's gonna be Rock versus Roman. Okay, we good." I gotta remember, Rock getting every year is another year he getting older. Last year at
Do
Mania,
he look like it though?
well, wait a minute, answer my question. Last year at Mania, how did he look in that tag match?
He actually did not look too bad. He had help, and that's all he
He
needs.
had help. So if you're talking about a one-on-one match, Rock versus Roman at this point, how is that going to look? Can Roman do it? Obviously, Roman gonna take care of the Rock, and
Roman
yeah,
can hold him up. Rock is strong enough, man. All you need is a good 15 minutes of storytelling in that match, and between them two, bro, I could
make it a
guarantee you that's gonna be
Bloodline rules match.
a
Hey,
match.
bro, listen.
First of all, The Rock,
The
not to
Rock
cut you up.
move list is long enough. He
Yes,
got enough moves that you just want to see.
Yeah,
the people's
So
elbow,
yeah, you got
come
the
on.
people's elbow, the rock bottom, the spine buster. You could pull it out at any moment. You got the smacks and the you know what I'm saying?
The
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
hand,
he
yeah.
got so much electricity in his move list. He could give you about 8 good moves. So if you can fit that in there and also have a John Cena or a Travis Scott just pop their head out to stretch the
To have
match. You
some
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
For
confusion.
it to
Yeah,
look,
yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, like there's so much other stuff that you could tie into it to drag him out
come
and
on, man.
save him, and then he give you a good spurt of like 4 minutes at the end.
And get blown
It'll
up.
be a hell of a match.
Yeah, he already, man. Look, I know you saw his Rock show that he had. He already had it in the show. Him and Roman gonna fight
And
each
it
other
was
at the beginning
supposed to
of
be
SB. It's
last
out
year.
there. It has to happen.
Yeah.
We don't care as long as it doesn't happen when they're in their 60s. It has to happen because we
Bro,
Yeah,
still missed out on Sting and Undertaker.
Rock only a few years away.
I'm still hurting from missing out on Sting and Undertaker.
I
We
want
was
to stay in HBK.
that too.
Oh yeah, that would have been
So
good.
we still need a Rock and Roman. I don't care what you say. He can't hold on at Ulafalo without beating the final boss.
Shit,
He
bro.
can't.
The Rock and Roman gonna look like Oscar and Floyd fighting.
It has to.
Just being honest.
So I know we're saying it's a Mania match. Last year it actually was set up for Mania. Do y'all think, with the Rock schedule, he's the most influential man in the world and all that crap, it lasts till next Mania, and we have heel Rock Roman is tweener, or they just do it at SummerSlam just so they don't try the
It's
waters no
Mania.
more?
It's never gonna be a SummerSlam. It's a Mania match.
SummerSlam is two
It's,
nights this year.
it don't matter. It's gonna be. This is Mania. It's gonna
Hey,
always
bro.
be a Mania match.
I
Always.
throw a curveball in this
You better not say Royal Rumble.
Survivor Series.
Whoa,
Where Rock debuted and where the Shield debuted.
nice.
Survivor Series.
And then if we do that, then we gotta have
You know, tie the
everybody.
bloodline.
We gotta have everybody. You
Yeah,
literally gotta have everybody involved in this. Everybody.
Survivor
Like
Series.
And
and
I
that's
it,
like
what
that
I
one.
see. Because
Yeah.
I
and
think
it can't
Mania is too
be.
big,
It has
and
to be a
Roman is too
stipulation
big
too.
to just have him in a match where it's a quote unquote nothing, like nothing on the line type thing. Like him fighting Seth and CM Punk triple
Yeah,
threat match. That's what I'm foreshadowing. I don't know if
yeah.
this is gonna really happen or not.
It's
Yeah, you
100%
gotta have
happening. Yeah,
it.
That
yeah,
match, man, because whoever win that, you're getting a shot.
Hell yeah, you got
You
to.
know what I'm saying? So it's like that's a number one contenders match without it being stated. This is
right.
number one contenders
Since you
match.
said that, you think, and not to cut you off, but since you mentioned them three, you think this is when CM Punk cash in whatever that is that
The favor.
owes him?
Listen, I'm gonna answer it for you. This is the favor for me at this point. I think whatever happened in that match is irrelevant to the main event. I think the favor is he gets into that main event of Cody versus Cena somehow, and it makes it a triple threat mid
So
match
you think? I personally think that favor is like a Money in the Bank. Seriously, I think that's what that
to get
shit
into
is.
Money in the Bank.
But so
If
I was
if
gonna
you do
ask you
that, he
this.
has to win though.
So my question for G, if his favor is to get into the match, his favor is with Paul Heyman. How would Heyman have stroke per se to put him in that match, where it's no
And no, nothing to do with
tie-in
Roman.
for Heyman?
Heyman's the only person who can probably get away with that because we know Heyman got legit power backstage.
Yeah. Okay.
but
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 I was
you
just
it,
curious when you said that.
but you ain't gotta use that though. The power because again we understand why this main event with right now with Cena and Cody is happening is because of the final boss. If Paul needs to
there you
really
go.
go deeper, he can go to The Rock and say, "Hey,
Yeah,
I've been with your family
Wise man.
forever."
there you go.
Yeah.
He can
That's
do
that's better.
that
That's better. I like that.
and say, "Hey, he can do that." I
Yeah.
think that's the route they should go.
And last year he was with them all together.
No, so does the favor come,
I think the favorite comes after the match is over.
bro? The
I feel like the favor is like a Money in the Bank type of shot, whereas it's the
Cody wins. We think it's all good. Punk comes out with the favor. That's the title match, and Punk walks out of Mania champion.
nope.
What you got?
The favor is going to be CM Punk versus Jay.
you think,
After the match is over,
and he beat Jay. Oh
He's gonna
nah,
beat Jay.
man! If that happens the
That's
night
where
we there, I'm right. I
and
swept the
that
and
I,
hey,
I don't think it's gonna be at Mania
okay,
later on, because I think if you're a wrestling fan like us, we all think in the back of our mind it might end up at Mania, so it end up being a little too predictable. So they're like, nah, we're gonna pull it in. 2 3 months later, I think he don't want to take it from Jay. Jay a little sour about it. Full circle, and that's how I think that's who take it off of Jay. That's
hmm.
why I think take it off of
I can
Jay.
see him
And I
taking
would
it
say
off of
Triple H
Jay.
haven't thrown curveballs. What
Yeah,
you think is predictable
I
ain't
could
been.
I could see him taking it
Especially with
off
that
of
house show
Jay.
tonight. I mean today.
That's
Excuse
wild.
me. I'm sorry.
It
I
was
could
a
see
house
it.
show.
I could see it being Punk taking the title off of Jay, but being Money in the Bank. So kind of combining in thoughts. Money in the Bank match
Okay.
is set. 7 people already in it. Mid match, remember how Brock came out when Ali was about to take the title off and won at the last
Yeah.
second. So
Then he
Punk,
came
Yeah.
with the
Punk,
boombox Brock.
right? Came Boombox Brock was actually one of the best Brock Lesnar's ever. But Punk comes out mid match, signs his contract, favor, takes the title, then cashes in on Jay. Same
And they
night.
hold it and hold that all the way to the next mania.
No, he said cash it in.
You
You
say
know,
cash
he
in the same
cash in the
night,
same night. Money in the
but
Bank match is first.
isn't CM Punk whole thing is he wants to main event WrestleMania his
He
entire
holds it to
career.
Mania.
Oh,
That's what I
he
think.
hosts a briefcase to Mania,
Yes,
and he
and he
guarantees his
mains
match.
events it.
I think he carried a belt to WrestleMania
No, but you have
because
to defend the belt. You don't have to defend the briefcase.
Exactly. Unless he gonna be he gonna be somebody
Yeah,
like Miz talks him into defending it like he did
yeah. Otis.
freaking Otis.
Yeah, that frustrated the hell out of me. Otis
crazy
and
Otis,
work.
freaking Mr.
Otis
Kennedy
defend your
losing their
tight
belts.
your briefcase, man.
Now I think CM Punk headlines next year. I think he has a part in it.
He has
I
to
just
if he ever
yeah,
get
I
paid.
think the favor brings. I want to see him go into Mania as the headliner, knowing that he's the headliner,
That
right?
means he needs to
Because
win the Royal Rumble.
yeah, if he have the briefcase, then it's like we're hoping he comes out. So it's
Right.
So
still not him main eventing.
Yeah.
It's
right,
just him showing up and taking the spotlight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
So I think he
it
walks
counts
into
though.
Mania with it,
that
and
makes sense. You give it to him.
it'll be in New Orleans too. So
Oh,
they
whew,
like him
We
down
gotta
there.
be the
they do. Now,
program
G,
programming note real quick, as we mentioned before. We're doing a live episode out there in Vegas. So Kevin, you're gonna be there with us. So we gotta get on the stream. Do us a live episode of NLO 3 count. Go ahead, what you say, James?
Oh,
all
facts.
right. We gotta throw one in there too. We ain't mentioned this. And since we speaking about bloodline, I'm gonna throw out a not necessarily honorary bloodline member, but
Samuel.
she.
So.
No, we gotta
Who?
talk about Jade and Naomi.
Oh
We
yeah, yeah,
gotta
yeah.
mention.
We ain't talked since
We
the
gotta talk
yeah.
about Naomi admitting that she
I did
attacked
it
Jade.
for you, Bianca. I
She
did it
did
for
it
The
for
Rock.
Bianca. Sounds just like I did it for you, Rock.
Sounds like a father-in-law.
But we can't leave without at least bringing that up. We got to speak about other stuff. We're gonna talk about Oba and Moose
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
things like that. We're gonna
Great
get
I
to
match. That
that,
was a great match too.
but we
Uh,
gotta give that up. We gotta talk about that. We got
for
to.
so on my perspective when I saw it, I initially was like, "Yo, y'all can't say Naomi done it because it's just too predictable. Where are we gonna go with it, right?" And then she came out with it, and I was like, this is pretty good because it left the door open for a lot of other stuff to happen too. But I think I was doing a little research myself, and if she ends up bloodline, bro, it's gonna be crazy.
I'm
Bro,
waiting.
I was mad because they had a chance to do that last year when she came back and everybody was already heels. I'm like, just turn her. And they just turned Jimmy back face like 4 months ago. Now they made her a heel. I'm like, they need everybody to get on the same
But
page,
turning
bro.
turning her at that point when she was coming back,
Yeah.
it would have been
It
rolling
would
the
have
dice
made
at that
no, it
point,
wouldn't
bro.
have been
Yeah.
because y'all cut me. I went to TNA, became champion. Now y'all bring me
Nah, but
back.
the fans was for
Easy
her at the
here.
time.
So coming back, yeah, her
Yeah.
coming back, she was already up.
Yeah.
So it would
Yeah.
have been like if you flip her now, you could mess around because I think for her to be a heel,
Yeah.
she's not gonna have that Roman love on the hillside or the
No, no, it's
Orton.
gonna be
It'll
go away
be
heat.
that dirty Dom.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
she would have been close to that.
I wouldn't mind her right now joining Jacob and Solo and them, the heel side of the bloodline, and
But then
Jimmy
we not. She can't
and
do
Jimmy
it.
looking
I
at
want
her,
a
Jimmy
female
looking at her
bloodline.
crazy like, "Yo, love, what you doing?" And she go over with
So
Jacob.
Nah.
I want. I ain't gonna lie. See, I'm so faction based right now. I ain't, I'm so big on this
Oh, I
for
love
myself.
factions.
Like I want her and Nia to team up.
Man, what?
Yeah.
And not just Naya. I want her and Naya, and they got the Tonga twins. I don't know if y'all heard of those
Mm-hmm.
girls. They was in MLW,
Yep.
major women's major league
Yeah,
or something. They no longer there. I want them. They not really part of the like bloodline, as in pure blood, but they've
yeah.
been trained by them. I want them
Okay.
to join a female
I
bloodline,
wouldn't
the
mind
Tonga
that,
twins.
but I'd rather see them all because I'm a fan, like you said, Kev, of
And
factions.
not to cut you off,
Go
G,
ahead.
and then bring Tamina back
But Tamina
just to be
already,
a manager.
she already
No,
officially retired.
manager, just a manager. I didn't say wrestle. Listen, I said a manager.
I
Just
just
bring her
like her
as a
being
manager.
around. She could be the wise
She
woman,
can't talk though.
Thank you.
But she can't
Yes.
talk.
What?
huh?
She Tamina was trash on the mic. I don't want
They
her
ain't
there.
give it a time.
You could work on that.
It's been 15 years.
No, she wasn't getting no shots on the mic like that.
Man, she
Listen,
wasn't. Come on, be
this
honest
is
with
this is
you.
what I rather. In the spirit of factions, I remember seeing what was her name, Tori and China come out with DX. Like it was one group, and then they had the little
Hmm.
splits up and doing whatever. Let me see Nia and Naomi in the same bloodline with everybody else. I don't know, however, whatever 4 or 5 of them you have.
Yeah,
Let Nia go for women's title. Let Naomi go for United States. There's enough titles to go around for everybody.
let them be the tag
You
champs.
want to bring
Yeah,
Dakota. You
let
want to
them
bring Dakota into
shoot.
it because Dakota's technically Samoan also. Bring it into and let it be IC title. Like there's ways to do it, but put them into the regular bloodline. Don't have 4 or 5 different ones. Make it one
Yeah,
big
no,
one
no, no.
that's
Yeah,
on
when I
different
say faction, I'm
shows.
talking about. I want, bro. I told you I want them to have like 12 members, the
It's
women
just
included, and just go
You
wreck
say you
shop.
just say really inclusive.
Yeah, man, let's just go for it, man. Shit.
How
and
many
it's Triple
members?
H. You know Triple H like factions too.
How many
He
members they
loves
have right now in the
factions.
bloodline?
I mean,
How many?
are we including the Bloodline 2.0 plus the old
Yeah,
Bloodline or
yeah.
just the
So
new?
no, everybody. You got Roman,
You got Roman,
Usos,
Jay, Jimmy, Sammy.
Solo, Sammy.
No,
No, Sammy counts. Sammy counts. Sammy counts.
no.
Okay, okay. Take out the white guy. Roman,
Okay.
Jay, Jimmy,
Roman, Jay, and
Solo,
Jimmy. Solo,
Jacob,
Jacob Fatu,
Tong,
Tamatanga,
Tongaloa,
Tungaloa.
Bronson
That's
Reed.
7.
They brought him in.
Bronson out. No
Well, he gonna be
Bronson.
out for like a year.
Bronson.
No
Yeah,
Bronson.
So
Bronson.
when
No
he come back,
Bronson.
you're not putting him in.
No,
No.
at this point you can't. You can't.
He lost. He lost. Okay.
That momentum gone. You can't just bring him back and then all of a sudden throw him in there. That momentum gone for the because we don't know when he's coming back this year. He
It's
may
gonna
not
Oh
even
no.
no,
come back this
It's gonna
year.
be a year. His
you
stuff
could
messed
put
up.
him in it. When he come back, he could be a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I want this real bloodline.
Yeah, we
Just
want the
the regular.
actual
I
true
know
family
why
Yeah,
he
I,
dynamic.
is
I
about
want the
to.
real bloodline. Let them
Oh,
do
Mhm.
their
and then
thing.
and the Rock. So yeah, there you go.
But
Yeah, and the Rock.
I still want to see God versus the Usos tag match too. I just gotta see.
Oh
Even
yeah.
though I don't like
After
Tonga
all that, they
Lord,
didn't have a match. After all that, the last year.
they Tonga Lord hurt. No, they haven't. You know, Botchamania.
Oh yeah, no, bro. Tungaloa funny as hell, bro. And he be messing up because he can't. He got two left feet. Dude, trash.
with his brother, man. Tama Tonga.
Tama.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Tama's my
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
guy.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
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 Tama.
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I like Tama. Except for I
He,
ain't see
Yeah.
when can they have a match? See, that's why like I want to see Jay win,
Hmm.
but it's just so much other stuff you could do with Jay if he
But
don't have
but
the
but
title.
that's why Heyman and Roman said in the 2K interview, I said we was in the third inning, but there's multiple games in a series. Like y'all thought we was in the third inning of the seventh game. No, we got a lot of games in this series we doing. Like y'all gotta be
Hmm.
patient. And right now they on a little bit of a lull. Let's be honest. They kind of taking a little small lull, but our OTC back now, so they're gonna start picking it up again. And somehow or another, it's gonna get back to the.
YTC.
He's
why?
your tribal chief. He's my only tribal chief.
Okay.
He's both.
I pre.
I'm getting that merch. Uh,
Hey.
hey, watch out now. But I
I'm
think
gonna
it's a,
do I'm gonna do an MTC shirt.
you know what? At this point, he might as well do that. We'll all buy it. But I think they're gonna somehow get around to the bloodline again. I still think it's Jacob and Solo at Mania, but they got 3 weeks to do it, and I don't know what they're gonna do to get there.
Jacob a hype man now, bro. I don't know.
When is Bad Blood?
That's usually
That was in August this year,
that's that's
October.
yeah. So
It's
that might
October.
it's
Yeah,
usually so that's
after
if they
after
put it
Mania,
in
it's
though.
Backlash. It's Backlash France again this year after Mania.
Backlash. That's the one that's right afterwards. That's right.
And they got a poster backlash showing Randy Orton and Cena already for backlash.
Whoa, you serious?
Yep, they got a poster
Whoa.
just them two already.
Well, the last
Cena.
poster actually gave it away with the Elimination Chamber. We didn't agree with it. Travis Scott, Cena, and Rock was on that poster. It was right
True.
there in front of us,
Also,
guys.
Travis Scott's supposed to be wrestling. They claim he's been training with Booker T.
Oh, it is
And
Cena on
actually, he
here.
said that he's been training with Booker T. He had a interview with Swerve, and he said
Yeah.
Swerve was like, shout out to Swerve Strick, over that AEW doing his thing, But
Yes,
yeah,
Swerve
Travis
and
Scott
Ricochet been
been
doing good.
wrestling, getting in shape for wrestling.
Cena
So
and
I could
Orton
see
on this
him doing
poster of
something.
Backlash. What y'all think about
you let
that?
him fight Logan Paul. I ain't mean who does he fight?
I don't know.
I mean,
He put him in there with Kofi.
he got Cody. He got to get them hands with Cody, bro. He legit black Cody guy, man.
They not putting him in the ring with Cody ever. Ever
No,
again.
they
I think
would.
Cody would really,
Yeah,
Cody
I
gonna
think Cody
really,
really gonna put his hands on him, dog. I don't think they ever gonna be in the same ring.
nah.
Real quick, before we wrap, I want to jump over. James, you mentioned it too. What was the NXT roadblock this past week, and the main event? So we'll be having this TNA NXT crossover, which I think has been great for business. Obafemi and Moose. What's your thoughts on that before we wrap up?
It wasn't the main event, but
It should
that
have
was
been.
that was a good match.
I think it should have been.
Pretty
Julian
much it
and
was
Stephanie was
expected
good.
that Moose wasn't gonna win that title because at first I thought it was title versus title, but then I found out it was
Just for
just
the
the
NXT.
NXT title, and I'm like, okay, y'all, we know Moose ain't gonna win, but man, Moose put on a good match, bro. He to say he a big dude, he move around, man. Although I ain't like the way it ended, I felt like he could have kicked out that
Yeah.
that over bomb. I wanted a little bit of, but I get the time. I wanted a little bit more, but overall he got his punches in, man. He showed how strong he was too, and Moose and Oba, man. Look, Oba a freak of nature. I'm gonna just have to
Hell
say
yeah.
that, like, man, I'm waiting to see this man show up on the main roster and wreak havoc there too because I know Vince McMahon killing himself. Like this is the prototype I want.
Yep.
I'm glad you just said that because I was gonna pose the question: when does Moose make the transition from TNA to NXT?
He
When his
doesn't.
contract up.
No, he already talked about this. Moose had a choice to go to WWE a couple of years back, and he chose not to. And his point,
That's different now, G.
watch this. The only point I'm making is this: he already said he made enough money. He played with the Patriots and all a bunch of other whatever in the NFL and all that. He's good where he's at honing his craft, especially because now he's getting the exposure without having to do the WWE schedule. They film, they go home. So he's getting what he want without having to worry about all the money and everything else. I don't think he leaves. Jordan left.
Yo,
I think Joe Hendry leaves because Joe Hendry needs to leave. Moose doesn't need to leave.
Joe don't
Go
need
ahead.
to. I think Joe has a bigger following than Moose, to be honest. When it comes to
Joe need,
exposure,
Joe need to stay in TNA longer. I like Joe, but I'm gonna be honest with you. If he was to leave, if Joe was to literally leave and come to WWE right now, I personally feel
mid
he
card
would
at best.
he will be mid card. He will fall flat. Really, he needs to stay at
He
T.
will be what
Moose, on the
Elias
other
was.
hand, even though Moose talk with his tongue, he can still talk on a mic.
Yeah,
And I ain't gonna
yeah,
lie, I like that spirit Moose gives. He put a little emphasis in his spirit. Like everybody else spirit is just plain. He kind of flips his spirit. I like Moose spirit. Moose is a WWE guy to me. I get what you're saying. Sometimes it's not about the money no more. It's about saying I made it to the big leagues. TNA, yes, they got the WWE multi-year deal, but again, it's still TNA and then it's WWE. Ultimately, at the end of his career, he's gonna want to make that transition just to say I did it. Everybody has already said they want to at least be in the WWE. WWE is the big leagues. They can go and just be on the mid card. They gonna say I did
yeah,
it. They want to go to WrestleMania. Like that's what every wrestler dream is.
yeah.
They're gonna start small and go. Let's look at AEW. Except for those ones that opened it, but majority of them are WWE people. Are
Yep.
they leaving AEW and where they going? WWE. My boy Ricky Saints.
Ricky Saints, who that?
Ricky Saints. He had a chance to go anywhere where he
Yep.
wanted to go. WWE.
Well, he was
Penta.
signed with them before. Pinter's a better
Penta.
example.
Another thing, Penta. He had a chance to go other places where he said he wanted. And people was talking about Penta. I don't know if his style gonna match in
Yeah.
WWE. Man, I honestly, if you're a professional wrestler, no matter where you
You
go,
get it in.
you gonna figure it out.
Yep.
And right now, Penta is figuring it out. He
Is
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 showing you he's figuring that shit out.
Yep. No.
is Ray on the way?
Yeah, oh yeah, Ray
End of the
Phoenix on his way.
year,
Once his contract
Okay.
done, he on his way.
Okay.
they extended his contract because of some injuries. AEW has that in their clause. Whether you're out for
It's
injury,
it's to the it's to the
they put
end
it
of the
in.
summer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Also,
Oh,
sidebar, my favorite wrestler, Aleister Black is coming back. I believe on SmackDown at Vigilante with the Fours. It's him.
Yeah,
I can't
they're
wait.
teasing a new House of Black with him, and they actually said Karrion Cross. I don't know if I like that or not, but we'll
But
see.
Cross is on Raw, right?
The draft coming up. You already said that. You never
True,
know what's
true.
about to happen.
bro,
So
But
I
hey,
hope and pray they do not drop the ball with this man in this go around,
remember,
bro.
Triple H,
his
I don't
best
think he
moments was
will.
with Triple H. He got to the main
Triple
I
H was
roster.
the
listen.
one pushing him, and Paul Heyman.
The taste that is in my mouth from
Hey
what
yo,
this. I'm glad your microphone they pick your voice up like that because you always on that type time. I know who I am. Listen, Alistair Black is money.
yeah,
Yes.
They got to use him right, bro. Bro. He's like that,
yeah, he is.
and I
I
don't.
don't care what they do. Give him the mid card title as soon as he come back. I don't care. I want
Oh,
Big Jim to get the U.S. title. Shoot, let him be Big Jim for it. I don't care. He needs that man. Look,
I want him. When he is in the ring, it is
Yeah,
electric. I love it.
right?
I
Yes,
agree. So
he and I like Zelina Vega stepping up too. she about to get that belt. I was Zelina getting that belt,
She getting
man.
the U.S.
Hey, bro.
title.
Bro, just imagine both of them with the U.S. title.
Yeah.
Man, wouldn't that be history? Man,
Yeah. No,
yeah,
Becky and Seth had the title together. They were champs.
man. We talking about
Big
U.S.
belts.
We talking about
Yeah,
mid
they had
card.
big belts together.
Yeah, they had big
Yeah,
belts
you're
together.
right.
No.
Yeah, they
They did.
did.
They did.
They did. Because they fought. Wait, they fought your boy Baron Corbin
And
and
Lacey Evans.
Carmella. Who?
Lacey Evans.
Yeah, that's right. That's
That's a
right.
that's a
And they both
throwback.
had the
That's a
belt.
throwback sentence. Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans. Last question.
Man,
Last question of the night before we wrap this up. We talked about TNA and WWE real quick. Do y'all think at Stand and Deliver we finally get a TNA person beating an NXT person for their title? If
I
so,
want
who?
to see it.
If so, who?
Tessa Blanchard. Everybody hate.
Ooh, you try to start a fight.
I don't think they're gonna do it, bro.
Honestly,
You think
I
they're
don't.
never
This
gonna
is
do it
me personally. I don't think we're gonna get a TNA person beating a NXT, but I do think we're gonna get an NXT beating a TNA.
for one of their titles?
Yes.
Why?
Reason I say that is because TNA needs more of WWE exposure than NXT needs TNA
Yeah,
exposure.
If that's the
Straight up.
case, you would want
I
the
wholeheartedly
person to
agree with
win.
that.
And the reason I say that is right now with NXT weekly, you don't really see people from TNA all the time. Yeah, Moose was on there and all of that, but if you've been keeping up with TNA, Jade, she's on there.
Yeah,
Cora Jade is
Cora
on
Jade.
there. She's on there.
Wendy Chu's on there a lot.
Wesley's been on there kind of periodically. Him and his two guys, they've been on there.
Yep.
Then you had and I gotta give it up for Axiom. That boy put up a good match against
Bro,
Gunther on Friday Night SmackDown
hell
last
yeah.
week. That I forgot. Hey, shout out to Axiom. But TNA has been having more NXT wrestlers on a regular basis on TNA than we seeing them on NXT. It's like it's advertised with TNA coming to NXT. Hey, next week we got the Hardys. It's advertised. With
Yeah.
TNA, you never know who show up. It's been surprises who show up. Our boy Ezekiel, although he ain't with WWE no more, he with TNA with his guitar.
Yep.
Elijah brother, for those who don't know who Ezekiel is.
Hey, bro, listen.
Elijah and Elias,
I
brother.
think he got a bad end. I thought he got a bad shake of the stick too.
Yes.
But he
He
would
had
be.
talent, man.
No, he definitely had talent. I think that's what Joe Hendry's ceiling is right now. If you go to WWE, he gonna cut a record. It's gonna be platinum because they're gonna push it with their music label and all that. And then he gonna be halfway mid Carter, bottom mid, maybe getting a U.S. title run. I don't think Elias won a title at all though, and it's not with
No, he
Yeah,
didn't
WWE.
get.
He didn't even sniff it.
he did. I think Elias did
No,
win
no,
a
no.
title. He
I
won a
think he had a
title.
U.S. title.
Nah,
Yes.
Elias never won a title.
Man, hold up. I'm finna look this up right now.
24/7
Let's see.
title for 15 days.
That's it?
That's it. Elias
Oh
never
yeah,
won a
he had
title.
24/7. Oh dang, Elias.
But that's my
Um,
fear to our earlier point about Joe Hendry. Is if he go now, I do think he needs to go to NXT, not the main roster. But that'll be his ceiling right now of musical artists, like really talented people outside who can do something else. They're gonna want to have him do funny videos, a lot of good
yeah.
content on the websites and all the YouTube videos and all that. And then here's you in a Money in the Bank match that you almost win, we take it away from you. Circa LA
But
Knight.
I do
They're
want to
giving LA
see
Knight some push right now.
I do want to see a invasion, not an invasion, but I do want to see Worlds collide with TNA and NXT. Like just have a
Yeah.
pay-per-view for NXT TNA Worlds collide. Cuz back in the day they used to have Worlds collide with Europe TNA, NXT and then the regular USA NXT. So I
Yeah.
want to see that with TNA and NXT Worlds collide. That should be good pay-per-view. And I heard that they're trying to, now that the women's have the mid card titles, they're trying
Yeah.
to bring back the what that was, the Evolution pay per view, the all women's card.
Oh, that'll
Which
be
I think
good.
if they're bringing it back,
No, I think that'll definitely be good. They only did it what one time and right
yeah.
before the pandemic or or during the
Now,
pandemic.
question: if they bring it back, should they also have incorporate a lot of the Hall of Famers as well. Because
No,
the
Nope.
right now
nope,
the
nope.
women's
No,
Nope.
Charlie. No,
roster,
no, no, and
the
no.
women's roster is stacked. We
Yep.
don't. I'm gonna be honest
I'm
with you.
tired of seeing Trish Stratus and Lita.
I was gonna say that I love Trish. Woohoo!
I
But
love Lita.
what your boy used to say?
Puppies. He used to say puppies.
Puppy. I love Trish, but I'm
Yeah.
tired of seeing Trish. You can see, I understand why she
Yeah.
wrestled last time, cause so she could wrestle in front of her daughter. First
Hmm.
time ever seeing her. You got that
Yep.
out the way. 25 years in the business. We
Yep.
don't need to see you no more.
No more
You
Trish.
know,
No more Lita. No Brie
no more.
Bella. I don't want to
Well,
see him.
Bree,
Or
Nikki talking
Nikki.
about they want to come back, but
Nah.
Michelle McCool, well, not McCool, well,
Michelle
that was her name,
McCool.
but
Yeah.
Michelle Taker.
Michelle
For
Taker.
those who don't know who she is, she's
Yeah.
married to Undertaker. I don't need to see her coming up anymore either.
Yeah.
If they're gonna do that, I want to see active women's wrestlers,
I completely agree. And
and it could even be women wrestling from TNA.
I
Yo, I
agree.
was about to say you could bring TNA, you have NXT, you have WWE, full roster, Jade, Bianca, Rhea,
You got it.
Charlotte. They
They got
could,
an easy 10
the
matches.
last 2, 3 matches.
Yeah.
Then you could do the undercard with however many you want. That's a
I know
3 hour
we
show if you want to.
definitely. I know we're trying to wrap this up, but you said Charlotte. What's your predictions with Charlotte and Tiffy time?
Kevin, you go first.
That's all that needs to be said. That's all that needs to be said.
My prediction. Woo!
Yeah, I'm
Listen,
sorry, Tiffy time.
I appreciate, I'll say this
It's
in
a reason
closing.
that Charlotte came back and won the Rumble because you was just sitting in her place until she got there.
All due respect to Tiffany Stratton and every other woman on the SmackDown roster, including BFAB, had a decent match last week. Charlotte Flair is the standard of professional wrestling. Not even as for women, period. And so all respect to her, she gonna get this title at Mania. And if she doesn't, I'm gonna be very surprised. What I do know is they're getting the feud is building a little bit better.
I
But
like
much
that, yeah.
much like Gunther, she taking her out every single week. Like Gunther taking out Jay. So, but I don't see Tiffany overcoming it. I think Charlotte, and it's gonna be a bad thing to say, but I think she squashes Tiffany at
You think
Mania.
a squash?
I think 5 minutes. Tiffany go for one quick comeback.
5 minutes?
I think she squashes
Nah,
Tiffany at Mania, and I
man.
think
How
that
many more days we got to Mania? Cause I can't wait.
I hope my opinion changes, but we got about 30 days or so. And again, in a little 3 count, we're gonna be there. We're gonna film a live episode. We're gonna try to do some content while we're out there and about also. But I think she squashes her as of right now. My opinion can change, and that builds Tiffany up to make the comeback later in the year. Let her get stripped all the way down to get built
So
back up.
I just have one small question to ask y'all about this. Are y'all believers in Tiffany?
No,
Okay. Some people get there and she's one of them. I'm just like, why? I'm not a fan. She doesn't sell me on
More of a mid
nothing.
card. I think she should drop to mid card
I
Yeah.
instead.
think Tiffany
She needs to go to
is
NXT.
Tiffany
I can
is
stay
what.
where she at with this mid card.
No, she's fine where she at. 'Cause that's what they have the mid
Nah,
card title now.
question. After Charlotte beat her, who was up to Charlotte next? Who steps up?
Becky's back the Friday after.
Okay, cause I'm gonna be honest, Meacham, no.
No, Becky's
Chelsea Green, I like Chelsea where she
yeah.
at.
Becky, I think is back the Friday after Mania. I think that gets them to SummerSlam and gets them past the draft, and then we do a little shake up there. But what I do know in closing is that we got a lot of craziness happening, and we got, we said 32, 33 days left till Mania, and it's going to be exciting to see. This is the NLO 3 count. It's G-Dave Lee, it's JT, J1 Stacks. Got Kev with us this time, Papa Full Bam Bam. We appreciate y'all. Check us out on YouTube. All the links to NLO Pod, NLO 3 count. We got NLO Kids coming soon. Appreciate y'all. Peace.
Peace.